The Random Jottings of Donald J. in Nelson in Pendle, Lancashire. History of Pendle. Before the Lancashire witches that people don't know about. Mesolithic Man. 12,000, 3000 BC. The earliest signs of man in Pendle come from the small flints left behind by Mesolithic, Middle Stone Age, man at places like Boulsworth Moor, Monkroyd, Wycoller and Catlow. Items including stone axe heads and more advanced tools suggest that Neolithic man was present in Pendle towards the end of this period. Bronze Age 3000, 1000 BC, Pendle was part of a trade route between the Yorkshire coast and Ireland. The remains of burial grounds along with various artifacts have been found along the route which ran through areas such as Brinks Ends, Trawden, and Blacko Hill. Iron Age. 1000. 0 BC, Iron Age man probably arrived in the area in about 750 BC at the Brinks Ends tribe. The major settlement of this time was the hill fort at Catlow, dated at 6 BC. Romans 0 BC, 410 AD, during the Iron Age the Romans invaded Britain. There is a great deal of evidence of the Roman presence in areas surrounding Pendle, but we are still not sure if Pendle had much in the way of Roman settlements. The nearest we get is a small camp at Elslack near Boulsworth. Anglo-Saxons 410, 800 AD. At about this time the Romans left Britain and left it open to attack by tribes from North Germany, the Angles. They colonized in areas such as Marsden, Nelson, and Trawden. Vikings. 800 AD plus, the Vikings gave the names to many places that are still in existence, or at least very similar sounding names, today. Earby is a good example of this. Pendle was given over to Viking rule by Alfred of Wessex as part of Danelaw. Eventually Alfred's son and grandson Athelstan recaptured the area after the Battle of Brunanbraw, thought to be somewhere between Trawden and Thurston Valley. After this battle Athelstan crowned himself the first king of England. He made a treaty of peace at a place called Amate, which is known today as Amot in Culn. Pendle became border territory again in the 11th century due to further conflicts with the Vikings. Pendle is a small area located in Lancashire, England, and it has a long and rich history that dates back to the Mesolithic era. The first signs of human presence in Pendle can be traced back to 12,003, 000 BC, during the Middle Stone Age. Mesolithic man left small flints behind in places like Boulsworth Moor, Monkroyd, Wycoller, and Catlow. These artifacts, including stone axe heads and other tools, suggest that Neolithic man was present in the area towards the end of this period. The Bronze Age saw Pendle become part of a trade route between the Yorkshire coast and Ireland. Burial grounds and various artifacts have been found along this route, which ran through areas such as Brinks Ends, Trawden, and Blacko Hill. Iron Age man arrived in Pendle in about 750 BC with the Brinks Ends tribe. The major settlement of this time was the hill fort at Catlow, dated at 6 BC. During the Iron Age, the Romans invaded Britain, leaving a great deal of evidence of their presence in areas surrounding Pendle. However, it is still uncertain if Pendle had much in the way of Roman settlements. The nearest we get is a small camp at Elslack near Boulsworth. At about 410 AD, the Romans left Britain, leaving it open to attack by tribes from North Germany, the Angles. They colonized in areas such as Marsden, Nelson, and Trawden. The Vikings arrived in Pendle around 800 AD and gave names to many places that are still in existence today. Earby is an excellent example of this. Pendle was given over to Viking rule by Alfred of Wessex as part of Danelaw. Eventually, Alfred's son and grandson, Athelstan, recaptured the area after the Battle of Brunanbraw, thought to be somewhere between Trawden and Thurston Valley. After this battle, Athelstan crowned himself the first king of England. He made a treaty of peace at a place called Amate, known today as Amot in Culn. Pendle became border territory again in the 11th century due to further conflicts with the Vikings. The history of Pendle is fascinating. and it is essential to look beyond the infamous Lancashire witch trials of 1612 to fully appreciate the area's rich history. From the Mesolithic era to the Viking invasions, Pendle has played a significant role in shaping the history of England. Today, it remains a beautiful area, rich in culture and heritage, and well worth exploring for anyone interested in history. Medieval period 1066 to 1485. During the medieval period, Pendle became part of the feudal system and was divided into manors owned by local lords. The forest of Pendle was established during this time as a hunting ground for the nobility. The area was also known for its wool trade, with towns like Colne and Burnley becoming important centres for the industry. Tudor and Stuart periods 1485 to 1714. During the Tudor and Stuart periods, Pendle was marked by religious conflict between Catholics and Protestants. In 1612, the infamous Pendle witch trials took place, in which 12 people were accused of witchcraft and 10 were executed. This event has become a major part of the area's history and is still remembered today through various festivals and events. Industrial Revolution 1714 to 1901. The Industrial Revolution brought significant changes to Pendle, with the area becoming a major centre for cotton production. The construction of the Leeds and Liverpool Canal in 1816 helped to facilitate trade and further industrialisation. The textile industry remained the dominant industry in the area until the decline of the British textile industry in the mid-20th century. Modern period 1901 present, Pendle has continued to evolve in the modern era. The decline of the textile industry led to significant economic challenges, but the area has diversified its economy through the development of new industries and the promotion of tourism. Today, Pendle is known for its beautiful countryside, historic landmarks, and cultural events. The area continues to be a vibrant and important part of the northwest of England by Donald J.